Miranda,
Hi,
how are you doing today?
I'm hanging in there. How are you?
I'm doing the same. Like I said, it's going to be the sniffle show today. Ah,
Time of year.
you know what's that?
It's that time of year.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Let me open the show and let's get to the interview. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. That's right. That's No Cover TV podcast. I'm your host, Big Al. That's right. I take that local and national music and I just shove in your face. I've been doing it since 1997, from TV to DJing to now a podcast. You just can't get rid of me. And I'm always going to take that music and put it in your. They hear it, all genres and all age groups. It's amazing, amazing of the music that is out there around the world. Like I said, check it out. Do me a favor. When you're in the car, turn that radio down just a little bit, stick your head out the window, because and take a listen. You will hear some amazing music out there. Your neighbors, your next door. Every block has a band, has an artist. Check it out. Get out on the town and check out your local music scene. Support your artists. Support, support, support is my three favorite words. So do that. Get the swag, do the digital downloads, get their CDs, whatever they got, but support the music because they're doing what they love and they love to make you happy. And I know it does make you happy. We got a great show for you today. But before I get to our guest, I want to thank Rip Music out of Grand Rapids and Holland, Michigan, the music store, the great music store, Rip Music. Go to this store and pick up one of the No Cover TV guitar picks for 50 cents. That right there is your 10% off coupon for all accessories in both stores. Even if you just go in and mention No Cover TV or Big Al, you're going to get 10% off accessories. And if you sweet talk them, you might get a little bit of percentage off some gear. You never know. You never know what's going to happen in the business here. So I got this. We're going to call this the Sniffles Show today because I got a little bit of the sniffles. It's winter time over here in Michigan, and our guest, I think, has the sniffles too. So we have a wonderful guest. I can't wait to get to her. In the house today on No Cover TV's podcast is Miranda Rain. How are you doing, Miranda?
I'm hanging in there. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing the same. You got the sniffles too.
Yeah, we dropped like 15 degrees in one night.
Oh, ouch. Oh,
Yeah.
that's like us.
So you guys are used to that kind of weather out that way. We are not built for that out here.
Right,
So
right.
everybody's like,
It's
wow, it's 16 degrees. It was 16 degrees last night.
So no, that's cold. That is cold, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's staying warm. Yes, indeed, and staying well. So, Miranda, we got a lot to chat about. We're gonna have a good time today. Sound fun?
That sounds great.
All right. Well, let me tell the people a little bit about Miranda Rain here. Now, you hail out of the Washington State area, don't you?
I do. I live in Seattle.
You live in Seattle. What a beautiful city. I love that city. Beautiful, beautiful. So Miranda here is a singer-songwriter. She's signed with big records. She's a multi-award winning, and she does some great stuff with her music and what she's doing on the side with other things that she's got going on. Music. Now, we got a little of all going on here. I got pop, some rap, a little rock thrown in there, and blends it. I like it, Miranda. Good stuff.
Thank you. I
Very
appreciate
nice.
that.
Yeah, you surprised me. You did my my guest and stuff like that, and yeah, we're gonna have to talk a little bit later. Yes, indeed. So, Miranda, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna find out about Miranda from the past to the future and what's going on now. So,
Okay.
you want to have some fun and go on a time capsule with me?
Sure. How far
Yeah.
back
All right. Well,
are
we take the.
we going?
What's up?
How far back are we going?
Well, we're going to go back. Oh, yes, we're going to go back. We're getting that time capsule, and I'm going to take you all the way back to when you're 10 years old. 10. I want to know what you're listening to music. What?
Uh, I've been listening to a variety of music well before that, so
Okay.
I have to
Sure,
really
we can go
think about
before
this.
that.
So I was that baby that wouldn't go to sleep unless you put me next to a speaker, according to my parents.
Oh,
The only way they could get me to fall asleep when I was an infant is to put me next to a speaker with music. So I kind of
wow.
feel like I was meant to go down this path. Um, but growing up, my mom and my youngest aunt, they were very eclectic in their music tastes. So
Nice.
many things that play in my household, everything from disco to pop to
Mm,
R&B, Doors, the Bee Gees, Phyllis
Oh,
Hyman,
that's the great stuff.
Whitney
oh, yeah.
and Karen
Mm,
White. And then I'm like, from my aunt's side, I got all the rock. So Nirvana and Def Leppard and Bon Jovi and
whoa.
Journey or so between the two of them, I don't think there was
Wow.
a genre I didn't hear, to be
You
honest.
mixed up that. Yeah, you mixed it up pretty good with the music or at a young age. Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So now at the young age, let's move up a little bit. When did you just start singing when you were real young to the radio or whatever you were listening to?
Yeah,
Like,
I I think I was a little bit more than just singing at that point. Well, to myself anyway. Um, I was actually, not of course actually performing, but we're talking about singing to the radio. So when I was a
mhm,
kid, I used to go in my room, and my parents had gotten me this radio for that I had earned from doing really well in school. And so I used to
nice.
line up all my stuffed animals, and I used to put on a whole performance for them to like
That
Madonna
is
and
cool.
things like that. So, so I've been
That's
singing for a
wonderful.
long time.
For a long time, yes, you have. Unbelievable. Now, during your singing, okay, we're getting older here. Did you ever pursue any musical instruments?
Um, oddly enough, no, I didn't start pursuing learning that until I was an adult, and I'm still learning. I would not even remotely consider
Hmm.
myself able to play the piano yet because I'm still learning. I had to
Still
stop my
learning.
lessons for a while, pick them back up. So I had a break where I
Right.
wasn't practicing. But no, so for me, when I was growing up, I was a writer.
Oh, nice.
I picked up poetry at a very early age. And so for me, writing and singing went like I've been doing those two things for since I was a kid. Um, and so for
Okay.
me, now I took to writing songs more naturally than I did like instruments.
Oh, okay. Good. Good. In writing, I'm a musician. I can't write. It just doesn't come natural for me. But playing music does. So you have a gift. Definitely have a gift. And one heck of a gift. Unbelievable. So now, as you got older, when did you decide you wanted to step out and start becoming a performer?
I feel like that decision was kind of made for me. So I'll explain a little bit. I mean, I did
Sure.
choir when I was in high school, but
Good
to me,
deal.
I don't really count that a whole lot just because it was a group and I was usually in the back on purpose. Um, I had terrible stage fright. So
Oh,
when I, became old enough to go into bars, a friend of mine, or I should say, uh, someone I was going to school with because I was in college, she dragged me out to a local bar for karaoke. Now, mind you, I had zero intention
Oh,
of, I was just there for the ride. I was not planning to sing. I was
okay.
not planning to get up on stage, nothing. Next thing I know, her and the host are shoving a microphone in my face, and everybody's
oh no.
watching. And I'm like,
Mhm.
and they're not for an answer. They literally have the microphone in my face. And so I sang for the very first time at karaoke from my seat. I refused to get on the stage.
You refused to get on the stage.
I did. I refused. I sang from my seat probably the first several times until they finally forced me to get on the stage. But
Oh my
that's why I say I feel like
goodness.
the decision was kind of made for me.
Right. Right. Now,
And
what was
eventually I
it
got
for?
being on the stage, but it took a while.
Took a while. Do you remember the first song you sang?
Oh yeah, I sang "Respect" by Aretha Franklin.
Did you really? Oh, nice. Wow. Excellent song to start out with. Wow.
Yep,
Powerful
and
song.
everybody was surprised with my vocals, and quite frankly, I was surprised I survived through it. So,
As artists, entertainers, we do have sometimes that anxiety that we have when we get on stage, and hopefully it melts away as we start performing. As you are, moving into the music business and stuff, is it starting to work for you that way when you get on, start performing? Is it start your anxiety kind of slowly wither away and you get into the groove?
oh yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a lot more comfortable on stage now. I don't have an issue getting on a stage. I think for
Good
me,
deal.
when I'm performing my own music, my biggest anxiety is don't forget the lyrics because people don't realize how much harder it is to memorize your own songs
Ah, yes.
than someone else.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Sometimes we can make that mistake and they don't really get it, but we don't want to make a mistake. We always like it to be perfect as it can be, don't we?
Well, because I know I made the mistake. So,
Right. So now let's get to present day here. Wow, you're doing some great stuff. And it's unbelievable. We're going to talk about all this. You're signed by big records.
yep, I signed with them in September of last year.
September. So how's big records treating you?
They've been good. They do a lot of promotion. They give a lot of opportunities and try to keep us in the loop of all the big things happening. I've had the opportunity to talk to some people that have had a big hand in some major deals in the music industry, and so it's
That's
definitely
great.
been helpful.
No, they're good people. Good people at Big Records. We'll give them a shout out there. So definitely. So I want to talk a little bit more about the music and stuff. First of all, we're going to go by Lady Miranda now, because AKA you're Lady Miranda, aren't you?
That's right.
That's you. That's you. Right. Okay. Platforms. Let's just get that out. Where can everybody in podcast land find Lady Miranda, the music, and everything about you?
I think the easiest question is where can't you? I
There
am
we
on all
go.
the platforms. So, of course, all the major platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Pandora, and uh, Tidal and Deezer. And there's so many, I can't even remember them all.
There is a lot, isn't there?
There are. It's insane.
Well,
But I do have on my website, I have a music button with a drop-down menu, and I have the major platforms links on there. So you just click whichever platform you normally listen to, and it takes
hey,
you right to my album.
nice, nice. So people like that ease, definitely. And things are a lot different nowadays with these platforms versus 20, 30, 40 years ago. We didn't have that stuff. It was a lot of work.
Right.
Now we get to put it right out there with a push of a button. Amazing. It is amazing.
I mean, don't
So,
get it twisted. I still have physical CDs.
yeah, there
But
you go. Yeah, we want that,
yeah,
definitely. And they get your physical CDs through your platforms.
through my website, they can get my physical album.
Okay, let's talk about the album. How many CDs we got? EPs, LPs? What do we have here?
Well, let's see. I released probably about 6 singles starting in 2019, and then
Really?
I released a full 11 song album in
No,
January 2023. And
you're busy.
yeah, I'm pretty sure my producer is very happy I keep him busy.
Yes, indeed. Wow.
We're not
Yeah,
slowing
going
down.
great.
We're still plugging away at it all the time. So there's no slowing down over here. I've got some new music getting ready to come out soon.
Beautiful. That is wonderful. Now, I notice you've got quite a bit of fans and followers that love you. Yeah, what do you think of that?
I mean, I think that's great because music is subjective. So, some people will really like it, some people won't, and some people like
Right.
something you do. I mean, that's awesome. You've got to love what you put out there because you know
Yes,
that some people will be fans and some people won't. But
you're
yeah,
going to have your.
it's great.
Mhm. That's right. You will have your critics out there, but it's all good. Do your thing and do it your way. Exactly. And have a good time doing it. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, let's talk about, are you out performing and stuff at venues or doing anything?
I have done some performances here and there of some of my originals. I haven't done it in the Seattle area, but I am planning a show out here in this area for the end of March.
End of March. Nice, in Seattle.
Yeah, I've performed a couple of my originals in Las Vegas, and I've performed out in Denver before, and
Oh,
New Mexico, and so we're looking at doing some other cities this coming year. So I'm hoping to maybe get to some
good
places I
deal.
haven't gone yet.
Definitely, definitely. We want to get you all over the world. Definitely. So everybody's got you. You got to check out Lady Miranda. Get to the platforms, whether you're on a PC, computer, stone tablet, whatever you use. Get on the platforms and look up Lady Miranda Rain. Ah, yes, indeed, and stuff. So now, from venues, now you say you are played out in different states. Now, are you and Big Records looking at a possible little tour?
That's my hope. That is a goal of mine. We have
Okay.
talked about it. So
Okay.
that is something that hopefully we will be planning for at some point this year, of course, in between award shows and whatnot. So the timing is
Yes.
always a little tricky.
Yeah, when you got so much going on, and that you do, that you do. Now, I want to talk about your music, your writing. Obviously, you go to a studio
Mhm.
and lay this down.
Right.
All right. Let's give them a shout out. Who's the studio?
It is Seattle Sound Productions.
Seattle Sound Productions. Ah, yes, indeed. Good people.
Yep, my
Ah,
producer
yes.
Jimmy Flaherty has been producing music since the '90s, and he's a great guy. So we have a really good working
That's
relationship.
that makes a big difference right there. As long as y'all get along and work together, it'll come out beautiful. Definitely. Exactly. So we've got some other things. Miranda's into quite a few different things on the side, on top of her music and stuff. And I've got a whole list of stuff here, and I'm just not sure where I want to jump to first. I know where I'm going to jump to. We just talked about just for a second awards. You're busy. You're grabbing some awards, girl. Oh, look at
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I
Oh,
won
my goodness.
2 awards last year, and I'm nominated for several more this year. So, uh,
Yeah, well, you get the ISSA, the Elite Music Academia Awards. What else you got going on?
I'm nominated for several categories in the Rampage Music Awards.
Oh,
Nominated in several categories for the International Red Carpet Music Awards out in Holland.
well, very nice.
Yeah, so I still have several nominations that are out there right now that I'm hoping will snag some awards. But
Yeah.
I think this year is going to be busier than last year, which is hard to imagine.
But it gets better. Well, yes, indeed. And you're going to get busier. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
Oh,
already
yeah.
see it coming.
What did you
Especially
think
'cause
when
I'm
you
planning a new music video where I'm getting ready to do a new music video soon too. So
are you? That is sweet. I was going to talk about videos here in a second since you brought it up. You do have some out there already, and you're working on this new one, huh?
mhm.
Can you give the title away?
Yeah, the song is called "Take Me Away." It's going to be released in February. It's
February.
being released by Sony Orchard,
Mm-hmm.
and
Good people.
so I will have a music video that will be going along with that song.
Good deal. Now, when you went to your first award show and you got your first award, how'd it feel getting up on that stage and receiving it?
It was very surreal,
You know?
almost like an out of body experience. Even
Your body.
afterward, it was kind of like, did I really just win this? Like, what happened?
Right. What's going on here?
Yeah, so it took a while to sink in. But yeah, it was great.
That's right. And now they just keep coming. Oh, yes.
They need to keep coming.
Definitely, they do, and they are going to keep coming. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I noticed you're getting quite a bit of press and radio and stuff like that too. How's that going for you?
It's going really well. And it's coming in a lot of different ways. So I signed a release last year for one of my songs to be used in an independent film. So they're in post-production right now. But
Beautiful.
I'll have my first IMDb movie credit, which is awesome.
Yeah,
And this
that
is why
is.
my producer loves me, because he gets his first IMDb movie credit also. So
There you go.
both of
That's
us.
right, right. Now, I got written down right here a word here. You mentioned now you got your song in a movie and stuff. Do you ever think about possibly stepping in front of the camera and doing a little acting?
I'll get back to you on that. Don't get me wrong. I actually can act because I've done some acting, just not in front of a camera. I tend to be a little camera shy. So I know that sounds
No.
really odd for a musician, but music and being in front of a camera are two different things. And I just suck it up and do it because I need to. But
Mhm. Yeah.
I guess it will
Sometimes
depend on which opportunity presents itself.
I loved it back in the day when I had the TV show and I brought you musicians in because I'd always tell you there's a million people watching you. So that really set the mood for you.
I do interviews that are on camera. Obviously, I have a few out there. I just did another one with Paul Mash TV, and so I mean, I'm getting, I'm trying to be more comfortable with it or whatnot. But a movie is kind of a whole different arena.
Yeah, memorizing your lines and oh yes, yes indeed. So I'm not going on camera anymore. Enough of that stuff. 15 years was enough. Okay. So oh boy. Now let's see where we want to go here. Let's continue on. Now, during all this going on, I'm sure you've had several of these, but what's one or two memorable moments that you can think of that you've had that really kicked butt so far?
Outside of winning awards, that's tough to beat, man.
Yeah.
I think another kind of, for me, it was monumental. For everyone else, who knows? But I did get featured in Toon Nation magazine in December, and so almost when you can hold a physical copy of something and see yourself in it,
Ah,
I think
yes.
that's monumental. For me, it is.
That is. It is. Oh, yes. You hold
So
that
I
to your
had
heart
a
dearly.
physical copy of that magazine, and to have, for myself, and you open it up,
Good
and there I
deal.
am, and it's like, wow.
You are Lady Miranda right there. That's beautiful, Miranda. That's beautiful. Now, I want to talk a couple subjects here that really don't have much to do with music, and then we'll get back to some music stuff. All right. Now, I see, Lady Miranda, you are an advocate for autism.
I am.
Ah, that's beautiful. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Yes.
I've actually had several people reach out to me recently about that are, appreciative of me speaking out about it, and helps them to either feel more comfortable with themselves, or
Yeah,
are appreciative because they
exactly.
know people, or
Oh, yes, definitely. And with No Cover TV here, every year we do the mental health awareness shows and stuff like that because we want to look out for everybody. Because everybody, we go through stuff in our lives. And we want to let you know it's okay. And there's people there that care. And we'll talk to you. Oh,
right.
yes.
And it's a big
Indeed.
deal because, you got a lot of stuff out there that are geared more toward autistic children.
Yeah.
And a lot of autistic adults kind of fall by the wayside. And I don't
Sure.
think there's enough awareness that autistic adults still need that some support and some level of assistance in certain areas.
Very true. Very
And
true.
so I
Well,
like to bring awareness to that.
we'll keep doing it and do not stop ever. Please keep doing that. So, next one, I love this. Owls. You like owls. You like it. Miranda
Things
likes
you asked
owls.
me about.
I had to bring it up. Okay, let's talk about owls.
I don't know. I must talk about it an awful lot for that have to made the list.
I do my digging.
I've always had an affinity for owls.
Okay.
I'm not quiet about being an advocate for autistic people, and I'm not quiet about the fact that I'm autistic. So, owls just so happen to be my special interest.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, so I collect them, and people send me photos, photos on Facebook, and they tag me, and they're like, Miranda, this reminded me of you. So apparently,
That's
people
beautiful.
now, they owls and my name somehow go together for people now.
Yeah, I think you started an owl movement.
I may have. And someone was telling me once, I know you like owls. They were talking about a Christmas gift, and they were like, but you probably have a whole lot already. And my answer was, you can never have too many.
No, you can't. You can't. Not at all. And what a cool bird. If you want, I don't even know if you want to call it a bird. It's an owl.
Someone told me once, they said, owls are not just cute and fuzzy creatures. And I said, okay, what do you mean? And they said they're also birds of prey. They can be very vicious animals. And I said, I know.
Mhm.
I'm not deterred. I'm aware.
Right. Hello. That's great. Okay, we're going to move on to another. I don't know if there's a hobby or what this is, but you're digging into my field here because I study this and crystal healer.
I've been
Ah,
I've been learning about crystals for a very long time.
have you? That's wonderful
I
because
have quite a
me and you are kind of
collection.
alike. Do you?
I do.
Very
And I
cool.
normally pick up extra ones because, I believe a lot of things in the universe are connected, and
Mm-hmm.
I am a spiritual person. I have a lot of beliefs that people would not think go together, and I'm not going to dive too deep into that. But I always seem to know when somebody needs a certain kind of crystal. And
Yeah.
so I also purposely carry, I don't right now, I need to get more, but I always purposely carry Apache tears, which are,
You pet ears. Beautiful.
they're crystals that are made for grief and
Yes.
mostly grief. And so usually when someone has lost someone special to them or they're going through something very difficult, I pass on an Apache tear crystal.
That's wonderful. A lot of people don't know what an Apache tear is.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of a difficulty finding them lately, though, which is odd.
Mm.
They used to be a lot easier to find, it seems.
Well, here in Michigan, they call me the rock guy because I mine rocks at the mines and crystals of all sorts. And then I used to deal with dealers all over the world with rocks and sell them and stuff. So I would deal with every type of specimen out there. And I love geology, rocks and crystals and all of that. So my garage is full of it in my house, full of rocks and
Nice.
crystals. It is great. And the from it is amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah, I'm always looking for ones I don't have, but now I'm getting to the point where it's like, I have that one, I have that one, I have that one, I have that one. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm not getting any new ones today. But I have friends, particularly one out in Vegas, and every once in a while I'll mail her some new crystals, and then she'll message me and be like, how did you know I needed these?
There you go. Because you can feel it.
She carries them in her pocket.
That's beautiful. Now, do you deal with Lemurian crystals at all?
Do I deal with what? I didn't hear you.
Lemurian crystals? You've heard of crystals?
The name is not familiar, but I may have without realizing it.
Well, the Lemurian crystal looks like it has a barcode on it, which goes back to the ancient time of Atlantis, the city of Atlantis, and there was the city of Lemuria. And the Lemuria seed crystals are supposedly to become from that era back in that time. Great healing powers. Great healing powers. So if you come across a crystal that looks like it has a barcode on it, that's a Lemurian crystal.
I don't think I've seen those. Now I'm curious, and now you're going to make me want to go look for them. So thank you for that.
Oh, yes, indeed. If I can find one around here, I will actually send it to you.
Oh,
I'm sure I've got. Oh, yes. I'm looking all around and stuff now that we're talking about rocks and crystals.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen any around here. But my favorite shop that was close by, they moved to a different city.
Okay.
So I haven't looked lately, but no, I don't recall seeing one like that.
Now, besides crystal, and we'll get to some music here in a second, but I'm going to ask you, is there a favorite stone rock that you have besides just a crystal? Like malachite, something like that, amethyst.
I would say I have probably two. I tend to wear a lot of citrine.
Oh, beautiful stone. A lot of power there.
Because citrine is the most powerful one for, blocking negative energy. And so I think that just being in the industry that I'm in and constantly being around people, and whether I know them or not, or constantly being in venues where there's a lot of different variety of people, I tend to use citrine on purpose.
There you go. And I've done that before. Me and my wife, we make argonites and stuff like that. And I don't know if you're too familiar with those, but they help with EMF frequencies to disrupt it a little bit. Well, I'd take those and bring them to shows and put them next to computers or amps. Well, it disrupted it a little bit.
I am familiar with them, and with me being more of a singer-songwriter, I haven't had to worry too much about that. But, the bigger things get, that may be something I will have to do. But yeah, I absolutely, and I do work from home, but I'm here by myself, so I don't worry about it too much.
Oh, good deal. Good deal. Well, we talked about rocks, so we can always talk about another show about the rocks. Let's continue
probably do a whole show just on that.
At least 2 or 3. So let's continue on with Lady Miranda and the music, of course. Now we're going to talk about some songs in just a minute here, and but I've got some questions here. Now, have you been doing any collaboration yet with anybody?
Yes. So not lyrically, I should say, or when I say lyrically, I mean like not singing together.
Right.
But I do want to give a shout out to my lovely friend in Syria. Her name is Zena, and she asked me to do a collaboration with her. She does make music. She's not a vocalist, but she made this beautiful musical track, and she's been working on doing songs in English, and so she did send me some lyrics and said, here, see if you can play with this. And so I kind of put my own little thing into the lyrics that she already had, and figured out the best way to sing them to this music track that she made. And so I'm going to be getting ready to do some professional vocals and send those off to her, because she's got her own professional producer out in the UK. And
that's great.
And yeah, I mean, she's very talented. She does her own podcast show, so she's interviewed me on her show before out in Syria.
And nice.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
The music track that she made is it's absolutely beautiful. You can see that she's very talented in her instrumentation. And so I think it'll be a nice song.
Yeah, that's great. And I hope you continue and collaborate with more people around the world. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. I think that's a good thing to do, and you get different styles out of it.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And like you said, you meet some great people. Oh, yes, you do. Yeah. Now I got a couple fun questions for you here. So Lady Miranda, if you get on that stage, is there somebody I'll give you two people in this world you'd like to share the stage with. Somebody famous, somebody big name. Who would you like to share the stage with?
Honestly, and they're gonna be polar opposites here.
All right.
I would say Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Oh, yes, Amy Lee.
And probably Alicia Keys.
That's definitely two on the opposite sides. That's beautiful.
And Pink, because
Wow.
she's kind of somewhere in the middle of both of those.
You got to have that rowdiness. Yes, with Pink. That's great. That's a great
I pull
three
from
people.
influences from so many different places, and I think I've displayed that in my own music.
I see that. Wow. And then that's great because that's helping you out with your career, all these different influences you had growing up.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And people kept telling me, you can't be a multi-genre, and I kind of said, watch me.
Right. I do what I want. Exactly. Now, another question here. On the two answers for this one, anywhere in the world, what two stages would you like to perform on if you had the chance?
Oh, gosh. That's a tough question, man. I don't know that I can answer that. I don't know that I can answer that, but I would say my dream would be a European tour.
Oh, there you go. Just kind of hit all the stages you can in Europe.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. Well, yeah, Europe's a great place. They will eat you up. They're loving you over there. Oh, yes,
yeah,
indeed.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I keep I keep joking with the guy from Sun Pinned Leaves and telling him I'm going to go to the UK and maybe go hang out with you and play music out that way.
That's beautiful. Oh, that's great. Excuse me. Now, I have another question here, and I love this one. I love the answers I get for this. Okay, you're on the stage, you're performing, and as you're performing, you're watching the crowd, and they're moving a little bit, maybe singing your songs back to you. And when you see that and it hits you, how does it make your heart feel?
I think I would just, I feel like I'm a crier. I'd probably be trying to hold back tears, trying not to make a fool of myself and get overly emotional, because I feel like that's a big thing. I had to do the same thing when I won my award. It was like, okay, you have to go up on stage and make a speech. Now is not the time to cry.
Keep them back. Keep them back. Well, let me throw this question, and I wasn't going to throw this one in there, but have you yet had an embarrassing moment on stage? Now, most musicians have that. Do you want to mention one of them?
I was performing in Vegas at Ellis Island Casino, and I kid you not, I forgot the word, like just a couple lines to my own song.
Did you?
I picked it back up, but it was like, oh God, really? Of all the things, that's always my biggest fear. And so, this is not cool.
Oh boy, they do come, and you don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen eventually. That was all of us artists.
Yeah, it just makes me practice more now.
Oh, it does. It does. Now, let's talk about a couple of songs. Now, I did a little digging here, and I checked out a couple of videos of yours. Yes, indeed. I checked out Reckless and Vibe Higher.
Although I wasn't expecting Vibe Higher to come out, but Reckless, yeah, I had a lot of fun making that music video.
Well, yeah, you look like you're having a great time with both of them, and I gotta say this, you're a little badass. You are. Oh, my Lady Miranda is taking it by the storm. You need to check her out rapping. Incredible.
People have this interesting idea of me, and I think it has something to do with how I look. People think that I, grew up in suburbia or something, and they're always surprised to hear that I actually grew up in the hood. And so I've had experiences that people don't don't associate with me because I am well educated and because I am doing these other things and because I don't come off that way.
Right.
And so when I broke out as a rap artist in 2019, everybody was kind of shocked by that. And that's kind of a little thing that I have developed for myself is I really like the shock and awe factor.
And that you got from me.
So
I
I
didn't
tend to
expect
do it
that.
on purpose now.
That is beautiful. I mean, I was just, wow, this is great. Oh, yes, indeed. So I'm glad I got to see that side of you. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Check
Yeah,
Lady
my
Miranda
friends were
out,
like, "That's
people.
not you." I was like, "It is. It is."
It's all me. This is what I am about. Oh, yes. So great stuff. Now, this new song, the video that you're doing here, is that strictly rap or are we mixing that up a little bit?
That's not rap at all, actually.
That's not rap at all. Oh,
No, that's why I say I like to, I write whatever feels like it needs to come out at the time. And I think it's
oh,
the best way to stay truly multi-genre.
right, right.
Write
Now,
what comes up
word,
in that moment.
can we tell us kind of what genre group we're in on this new video?
Yeah, I would say it leans like a blend of pop and R&B.
There, I like that. That's really going to be really nice. I can't wait to see it and hear it. Oh my goodness.
It's a tear jerker.
Mm.
Of that song still makes me cry, and I'm,
Oh.
good thing I've already laid down the vocals because I don't know that I'd be able, it's one of those things, that a song is powerful when you write it yourself and it makes you cry after you've already done it.
Yeah, when you can feel the song itself. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, on podcast land, check out Lady Miranda. Get to the sites of all the platforms. Take a listen. Check out the videos. Keep an eye on her. She's going to surprise you. You're surprising me. I'm learning new things every day about you. This is great. And I'm going to have you back on the show 6 months or so, see what you're up to.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Now, we got about, we're at
questions for me.
Well, before we get out of here, we're at 42 minutes. We got a few more minutes. We got a couple more. Now, you said a couple of words, and they mean a lot to me. And 3 words I'm going to just mention to you, and you say back to real quick the meaning of them. You brought up dreams. What does that mean to you?
To me, I have a bucket list, and that's what I consider my dreams. And I've always been told kind of like, oh, well, that's impossible, or that's really difficult, or you're not going to be able to do that. And I'm more one of those people that when you tell me I can't, I'm more inclined to prove that I can.
Oh, yes, indeed. I love it. I love it. Now, 2 more words, and we're going to put them together. Music/soul. What does that mean to you?
I think that means that you should sing what comes from within you. I mean, all of my music tells a story, even if it doesn't seem like it does. It came from an experience that I had, or feelings that I had, or experiences that I would have liked to have had. And just, that emotion that goes with that. Because if you're not putting that into your music, eventually that stops working in your favor,
True. Very true. Very true. I love how you answered that. Well, let's go to this one right here. What's the future looking like? What do you see in the next 5 years or so going on for Lady Miranda?
Heck, I can't even think past this year. Well, hopefully by then I'll be doing a lot more tours and having a lot more fans and have, more albums and more awards to go along with that.
There we go.
A Grammy. I'm just going to throw it out in the universe right now. I want to.
You think it, you're going to get it.
But I definitely want to travel and take my music more places. It's already listened to in multiple countries, but I'd like to go and actually be in those countries and do
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful. I wish you the best of luck, and I think everything that you're doing and want to do is going to fall in your lap. Oh, yes.
Indeed. I sure hope so. Thanks, Al.
No, you're a wonderful woman, and keep doing what you're doing and doing it your way. And I appreciate Big Records helping you out and stuff like that. Great people. And that's good to have good people in your corner to help support your music.
Yep, have to.
It is. It is indeed. This is your show, Lady Miranda. We're going to kind of wrap it up here. You got any shout outs? Anything about how you want to end the show? You want anybody to shout out to? Say anything?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to give a shout out to my producer because he saw the vision that I had and took it and ran with it and believed in it probably more than I did at the time. And that led to everything that's happening now. It's that first person that always believes in you that really kind of helps you get to that next level. So definitely a shout out to him. A shout out to anybody who listens to my music and loves it. People who have bought my album and share my posts and my stuff because you don't get anywhere without your fans, of course.
That's right. You gotta love your fans.
Yep. Shout out to Big Records for all of their support as well and the opportunities that they've been throwing my way. And
beautiful.
I'm looking forward to what comes next.
That's great. Well, you got a lot of surprises ahead of you. You just don't know which one's going to be, in front of your face next. And I see many awards.
Good surprises. We don't do bad surprises over here.
No bad surprise. No, we don't go down that road. All good. Nothing but good juju here. Oh, yes. So Lady Miranda's in the house. Check her out, everybody, on podcast. She's doing amazing things, winning these awards left and right, and doing all different genres of music. Check out the rap in the next video and everything she has to do and put it out there. Lady Miranda, I thank you for coming on the No Cover TV podcast. I want you back again, like I said. We got lots to talk about, and we got rocks to talk about.
Thank you for very much for having me, Al. I enjoyed it. I appreciate your support.
You always will have it. And I'll get this on the platforms in the next 5 minutes. It will be hit around the world, and everybody's going to be listening to your interview and your music. That puts a big smile on my face. Yes. Anything I can do to help the artist out. And I love it. So, Lady Miranda, thank you so much from Seattle, Washington, coming on No Cover TV's podcast. We will chat again, my friend. So stay safe and do your thing.
Feel better.
All right. Well, you too. And keep kicking butt. All right.
Will do.
All right. Lady Miranda's in the house, everybody. This is No Cover TV podcast with your host, Big Al. Check out the show. Check out all the past shows and the future shows. We're booked all the way up to April. It's busy, busy, busy. So check out all genres of all age groups. Get out there and support that local, national, original music scene. Right, Miranda?
Definitely.
Still with me, Lady Miranda? Definitely. Check it out. She says, all right. Well, on that note, Lady Miranda, we're going to get out of here. So tell everybody, see ya. And I'm going to keep in touch with you, all right?
Yep,
so
I will
tell
keep
everybody,
in touch with you as well. Everybody listen to Big Al's show. He's awesome.
I appreciate it, Lady Miranda. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. We've got Element 117 in the house tomorrow. So check out all the shows, but especially this show. All right, Lady Miranda, I'm going to talk to you in just a little bit, and I'll let you know when everything hits the platforms in a few minutes. All right?
All right. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, too. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Lady Miranda. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. We'll see you, everybody. Bye.